Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. We're back again for another show. We're happy to be back. My name is Bruce Lee. My co-host is Sid Roeder. Good morning, Sid.
Good morning, Bruce.
Glad to be back. How about you?
I am so happy to be here.
We're going to have a fun show today because we have
Yes.
a guest we have never had before. And her name is Sandra Checketts. Welcome, Sandra.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad you're here. We have some good things we're going to go over here in just a second and learn about wellness and all kinds of good stuff. But before we do that, Sid, we need to talk about our sponsor.
Absolutely. Our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have any suggestions for this show, if you'd like to have us invite someone that you think others would benefit from, you can call me personally at 435-512-6406.
Thank you, Sid, and thanks for sharing your personal phone number on that radio today.
My pleasure.
And we'd like to get an email this week. So if you're out there listening and you haven't sent us an email, send us an email because we want to hear from you and we want to know what you think about the show and if there's something that you're interested in. So there's your challenge for today. Okay. We have Sandra Checketts with us today, and we're going to learn about Sandra. Welcome again.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. You are the owner of True Health Wellness Center.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
You did.
True Health Wellness Center, which is in Providence. Mm-hmm. And so tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with that.
Awesome. Well, I started out just participating in some health coaching there, and then the opportunity came in to buy the name and take over the lease and kind of take it in a direction that more people can get involved there at the center. And so we have workout in the morning. On Tuesday mornings at 8 o'clock, we do a B3 band workout, and you don't have to own the BFR bands to come work out with us.
You better say
I
what
was
that
going to
is.
say, we're going to have to stop
B3,
you.
yeah, I don't know if I would not pick up on what that is. So what is a BFR band and B3?
We have a biohack system that I will never go back to working out the regular way like I used to. So if you're curious, go on our Facebook page, message us, and come try it out for a day. So what B3 is in a nutshell is BFR, blood flow restriction. You're tricking your brain by slowing down your blood flow and getting a deeper workout with less weight in a shorter time.
So
How's
that sounds a little scary, but this has been done for quite a while, actually, in professional sports, correct?
Oh, yeah. They've used them in the Olympics. Japan is who we know, to our knowledge, was the first ones that started using BFR. Then an Olympic doctor, Jim Stray-Gunderson, brought him to the U.S. And so the Olympians have been using him. Then the professional teams started in, and then Dr. Mike DuBois wanted to bring him to the mainstream. And so I personally have been using them for almost 4 years now and absolutely love my 20-minute workouts. I love the variety. I use them in the swimming pool, hiking the mountain, on the bike, doing my warm-up before I go on a long run. So whatever workout you like to do, more than likely you can use them and save time.
I do know enough about these to know that there's some video. And
Mm-hmm.
so if someone's listening and they're wondering what in the heck we're talking about, YouTube videos?
You can either go to YouTube, but I can give you a website. You can go to bfrtraining.b3sciences.com.
Oh, you better do that again.
BFR Training, training.b3sciences.com. And that can direct you to whatever, rehab, get in shape, lose weight, whatever you're trying to accomplish. There's a video on it.
Yeah, I was just trying to latch onto that because I remember from past information that I've gotten, because I actually own a pair of B3 bands, that it also helps when you're recuperating, or seniors that are not as mobile with very simple exercises. So do you offer different types of exercises with those bands, correct?
Yes. And since we're on the B3 bands, I actually signed up for a booth at the Senior Games 2 years ago, and that's the reason I was going down to the Senior Games, is because I had a booth. But then I thought, well, I like to run. I'll check some times. Maybe I can do some races, and I'll just say I'm addicted.
You have medals.
I have quite a few medals.
How many medals do you have?
In 2021, I came back with 7, and last year, 2022, I got 8.
So just everybody out there know that we're speaking with a very famous local athlete in the senior community, dominating her sport, which is?
Yeah, anything from a 10K road race down to last year I did the 400 on the track, and I haven't done that since high school.
So the B3 bands, do you attribute those as helping you in your performance with your running?
Absolutely. I didn't quite know how to use them on race day, so I actually used the Senior Games to try out using them just as a warm-up. And so what happens is when you use these bands, you're biohacking. That's a new term we use now too. And so what that does is that gets you to lactic acid burn to the nitrous oxide quicker. So if you will, I warmed up with the B3 bands for about a minute, and then I competed in my events. So, and yes, to go back to Sid's question, there's a lot of different ways to use them. The cherry on top of the bands is actually the human growth hormone that is released after you work out. And this hormone is our mother hormone, which helps us heal, which helps us recuperate quicker. Because you're using less weight, you're not tearing muscle to build muscle. You're actually flooding it with oxygen. So there's so much good.
I think that normally I would not ask this question, especially on the air, but I'm going to.
I know what's coming.
Why don't you tell us how old you are, and tell it to, because before we got on the show today, you were talking about your high school race times and things like that. And I think given the things that we're talking about now, tell us a little bit about how then and how you did then and how you're doing now, and a little your age and some things like that.
Sweet. Well, I grew up in small town Idaho, North Gem High School, graduating class of 15. And then I had the opportunity to actually come to Utah State and run. And so I've ran since freshman year, which was a few days ago. I'm actually 58 next week, and I'm healthier right now than I have been in years. So I did not train and do time trials before I went to the Senior Games. I just went and got on the track and remembered what a gun start felt like. And the adrenaline. But for you race junkies, my 1,500 times were like 6:25. That's a high school, pretty good competitive time back then. 10Ks in the 45, 47s. And so it was really fun to see what I could do, because I definitely didn't do the intervals that I did in high school or college. I just used the bands.
Thank you, Sandra. So before we're leading out, we've got about 45 seconds left here. I want you to briefly touch on the Senior Games, though, before we lead out. This is going in St. George, and I'll pick up in our segment. Sorry.
You bet. The Senior Games are usually the first and second week of October, but this year they are the second and third week, and I actually get to be an ambassador. So you can go to seniorgames.net and check it out, or just Google Huntsman Senior Games, and you can register. It's an amazing experience. 12,000 athletes, 34 events, and it's awesome.
Thank you, Sandra. This is the Senior Moments Show. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Perfect.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
It's It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you're just joining us today, we're talking with Sandra Checketts. She is the owner of True Health Wellness Center in Providence, and I don't even think we've gotten a phone number yet, so why don't we just ask you for that now? People want to get in touch with you. We've been talking about some wellness things and the senior games in St. George, just general health. But if people want to get in touch with you and talk to you about maybe some of the things we've been talking about, how would they get in touch with you?
You bet. Sarah Larson is the manager over there, so I'm going to give you an email and a phone number. Sarah, THWC, that is for True Health Wellness Center, at gmail.com. And her phone number is 435-232-9326. And definitely, if you want to get a hold of me, I'd love to hear from you too. My number is 435-757-2466.
So let's circle back really quick to the senior games, because I can't recall if you said what time a year. Do they happen every year?
Yes.
Okay. When are they going on?
This year they start October 9th, and I think the last event is on the 20th or 21st. And I know the last 2 days are rowing, and that's after all my events have taken place. So I'm toying with the idea of learning how to row so I can add one more event.
Maximizing all the things that you can do. Yeah, that sounds like fun. So people that want, maybe somebody out there is listening and they want to get into shape, maybe that's something they've thought about doing. Coming to the Wellness Center would be a good place to kind of start that journey. I was just thinking about the bands thing. It's kind of on my brain. I'm wondering about age group, age appropriateness for a device like this. What recommendations are there for older people, and what kind of experience would somebody that's a little older expect to have using a device like that? Perfect.
There's so much data and video footage now and different research projects on the bands because they've been around for a while now. I actually put them on my grandkids, and my little 8-year-old came to our workout a couple of weeks ago. And funny story, halfway through our workout, I used free weights, and I said, man, these feel like they are 100-pound weights. And my cute little 8-year-old Jason said, Grandma, they say 8 on both of them. That's only 16 pounds. I may have told him to be quiet. But honestly, they're good for young kids. And like I said earlier, they don't use heavy weights, so they're not they're not tearing the muscle to build muscle. And that's a really big key. They're flushing the body with oxygen and better blood, the HGH hormone. All the way up to, we have people pushing 90, 100. I think on your call quite a while ago, Janine Grohl referred to a gal that was quite old. And this can be even just rehab, putting the bands on and standing up and sitting down, They can get that burn and that trigger in their brain that says, hey, you're working out hard. So all ages, definitely you need to consult with your doctor. And a lot of doctors probably aren't aware of BFR yet. And so it's not just, can I exercise? It's, can I use blood flow restriction? When somebody gets an injury or an operation, you can, like say you get a hip replacement, you can totally put these on your arms and start working out, and that HGH release will help you heal quicker. The president of the company, Dr. Mike, had one hip surgery replacement, actually, before he knew about the bands, and his recovery was 12 weeks. And then after he had the bands, he just started doing arm curls and things immediately after surgery, and his recovery was 5 weeks. So there's a lot of documented stories now on the speed of recovery.
That's awesome. Let's maybe turn back a little bit to your health and wellness center there in Providence, and because we've talked about the blood flow restriction a lot now. There is a lot of things that are offered there, right? So maybe you want to mention some of the other options people have coming there.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, our wellness center is located at 517 West, 100 North. We're in Suite 202. That's in Providence, and I tell people if you're pulling into the movie theater, we're the big building in front on the east side. The Cache Community Clinic or Bear Lake Clinic is right there also. So in our facility, we have a lot of different great modalities. We have foot zone therapists. I'm a foot zone therapist, and then we have one more. She uses a beamer, kind of a medical device. We have hypnotherapy, health coaching. We teach the B3 classes. We have evening classes. We've just started to get hikes and bike rides set up, and that's been really fun. So Friday at 8 o'clock, we do a bike or a hike. Tuesday nights, we have evening classes, some on leadership, different things, art class. So looking at our Facebook page at True Health Wellness Center is really the best way to find out about us. We have a midwife who also is in our facility, and then some EFT.
Every health facility has a midwife.
Yeah, everyone needs one. The age group that I hang out with isn't in that category anymore, but she's young and fun, and it's really a fun mix of great people.
So when people are accessing the wellness center, how do they do it? Is it through subscription service? Is it pay by class? What's an idea about how much it would cost, or how does it work?
Great question. All the people that do their own modalities have their own companies, and so they work with their clients separately. So if you will, they rent a room in our facility. And then our classes are through the Facebook page right now. We're just working on our website, which will be truehealthwellnesscenter.com. And so they can go to the Facebook page and see our schedule, and then they just register through there.
And can they also, can you make contact with the individuals to see if you are looking for specific services like the foot zoning, for example, to find out how to set up an appointment and what the charge is?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've had people go directly message us through the Facebook page, and then a lot of them just go word of mouth to the direct modality that they're interested in. We've made a big presence in the Women in Business and really appreciated that network also. That's been a good way to share what we have there.
I'm curious, do you have a favorite thing? Like if someone comes in, is there a thing that you say, you know what, if you're going to do something, at least do this? There's lots of things you can do, but at least do this. What would that be?
Well, the midwifery is pretty specific.
That's true.
I don't need that one right now. I love
true.
my grandkids. I actually, as a foot zoner, I love to get a foot zone. And so it's just relaxing. Your feet just feel so good after it. Our nerves go in our hands and our feet. And so through foot zone therapy, you basically wake up your whole body. It's really intriguing.
That's fabulous. Sandra, we're already at the end of our second segment, so I'll give you another chance to mention your location and your or Sarah's phone number.
Awesome. True Health Wellness Center, we're at 517 West, 100 North, Suite 202, there in Providence. And our Facebook page, True Health Wellness Center, is really where we connect with people at this point. Sarah Larson is the manager. Her email is Sarah, SARAH, THWC @gmail.com. And her phone number is 435-232-9326. And if you want to reach me, mine is 435-757-2466.
Thank you, Sandra. This is the Senior Moment Show. We'll take another break. We'll be right back.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you are just joining us today, we are talking with Sandra Checketts, who is a person of many talents we're discovering. She is the owner of True Health Wellness Center. She is a medalist at the Senior Games down in St. George. She's a foot zoner. And she is expert on the B3 bands, which are blood flow restriction bands to help you to exercise and encourage your body to build lean muscle, human growth hormone, stuff that makes you feel better and healthy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, lots of stuff and probably more that I didn't say. But I'm curious about foot zoning. So I've never done that. And I wonder about that. So tell us about, from your perspective as a foot zoner, what's going on with that and how does it work? And why should somebody come see you?
Well, in our valley, there's many foot zoners, and I'm not an expert at anything. I heard the expert word. I'm going to have a disclaimer. I know a little bit about a lot of things. But I found foot zone therapy because my daughter was just getting sick and sicker, and we couldn't really figure it out. And so somebody said, you should go to Kathy Duval, who I would say is one of the godmothers of foot zoning. And there's a few in our valley that are very, very awesome individuals and have taught lots of people. And so I took my daughter out there, and she said some things that my daughter could work on. And I just thought, she's not touching my feet until I solve all my problems. But then it was so intriguing. So I went ahead and learned and went through her program years and years ago. And I thought, well, I'll just use this for my kids and my family and friends. And then the more it grew, the more intriguing it is. And the more studying I've done, I just found 1970 books of Dr. Fitzgerald where it started. And wow, we've came so far. So really what it is they track our nerve endings to our hands and our feet. And so they've mapped your foot as to your body. So we have a left side and a top side, right side, and a bottom, 4 zones of your foot. And through 45 minutes to an hour, you can trigger or clean out or wake up different parts of your body. And it's very intriguing because I got in the stomach area to a particular individual, and I was like, this feels so weird. There's like scar tissue or something. And she said, I've had my stomach stapled. And another time I was zoning my mother-in-law, and she said, are you working on my shoulder? I feel something here. And I actually was. And so I feel like I'm still a beginner, and yet I've done it for 15 years because everybody's so different, and just our feet are different. Summer is so fun for a foot zoner because you get to see what people's feet look like. And If the top of your foot is a little poofy, I'll just say
you can't see my feet.
The top of your foot is kind of the lymph system, so you kind of look at it and say, oh, they could use some lymph work. Or yeah, very intriguing. Started as a hobby, and I've got my schedule that's going to be set up. So Thursdays I'll be at the center doing foot zones.
So for the foot zones, I understand you're not the only one. There is another individual there at your center that does foot zones, correct?
Yes, Tanya Atwood, and she's a genius. She is so talented. I've enjoyed learning from her and working with her. We've traded out foot zones, and that's kind of fun when you've got a friend that you can swap zones with, because then you get pampered also.
So what does it cost for something like that? Is it hourly? Is it half hour? How long does it go?
Yeah, it's usually about 45 minutes for a complete zone, and it can be from $50 up to $85, $90, depending on who you go to. So my rates are $65 for a zone, and at sandrachecketts.com is where my scheduling is.
So we've talked a lot about True Health and Wellness Center. Has there been anything, because I know we're coming up towards the end of our show today, is there anything that we have not mentioned that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Wow, that went so fast. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. You guys are awesome people, and I appreciate that the seniors get some guidance on the radio. Thank you, as I am one now. I think what I'd do is encourage people to look at our Facebook page. We're putting together quite a fall class program. We've got some brain health. If you've heard of Dr. Amen, we're going to have a brain health class. We've got some health and nutrition classes lined up. We've got a watercolor class and continuing our leadership class, along with the B3 band workouts and the demos. So quite a fall lineup coming, and go have fun in July.
Can they just search something on Facebook to find you easily?
Yeah, they can just search True Health Wellness Center.
Search True Health Wellness Center, and that will come up.
Uh-huh.
And your picture will be there.
Smiling.
Are you wearing all your medals?
I actually just did a photo shoot, so I haven't got it yet.
No,
fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be on there.
Thank you so much, Sandra, for coming in and sharing that information. And maybe one last time, if you want to share the phone numbers that are relevant.
You bet. Sarah Larson is 435-232-9326, and mine, Sandra Checketts, is 435-757-2466.
Thank you so much. Again, this is the Senior Moments Show. I'd like to mention our sponsor at the end of our show, which is the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, again, my phone number is 435-512-6406. And we hope you tune in again next week.